everyone, my name is Christy Adeshino. I'm a licensed physiotherapist and the founder of PhysioPlus. At PhysioPlus, we help organizations to create more healthier workspaces by helping them to reduce the hidden cost that is associated with poor ergonomics. As an organization, what if I told you that investing in good furniture, investing in good workspaces for your team could be the game changer for your finances as a team and as an organization? You may be asking questions like, why does it seem like my workers are not putting in the best that they could put in for their work? And you may be thinking they are not interested or they are not motivated. The truth is, it could just be that their bodies are tired. And this could be because they have to deal with back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, knee pain. You list them on and on that is associated with poor ergonomics. In our previous video, we spoke about the hidden cost that is associated with these poor ergonomics. And today we're going to be taking it a step higher by talking about the ROI, as in the return you get on investing in good ergonomic products for your team members. Now, one thing I want you to understand is that the results of poor ergonomics are always predictable. Like I already mentioned earlier, the kind of pain they would feel, not feeling motivated to work, getting tired easily are all results from poor ergonomics. Now, the good thing about this is that if you're able to switch this, you're going to be getting the good results of investing in good ergonomics. Let me explain that a little more. Since you already know that poor ergonomics is causing your team members to be less motivated, causing them to experience fatigue easily, lack of productivity or reduced productivity, what that means is if you're able to invest in good ergonomic products and set up a healthier workspace for them, they will become more productive, fatigue will be reduced to the barest minimum, and what that means is productivity for your team and for your organization. Like I love to say, forward-thinking companies do not consider ergonomics to just be luxury. They consider it as the investment that they put into their workers to get the maximum result that they can get from them. And if you think about it, the pain, the fatigue, lack of or reduced productivity, all of these things are targeting towards the productivity of the organization, the output of your organization. So if you must eliminate this, that means you want to deal with the root cause. What exactly is causing your workers to feel tired? What's causing them to not be motivated to work? What's causing them to feel pain? Once you're able to address all of these things, which is usually tied to ergonomics, that means you've done such a big thing. Now, I want you to understand that ergonomics cannot be ignored because, they come to work every day, they have to sit down, right? They have to use their monitors or they have to use their laptops. And this means if you're able to focus on ergonomic tools that they can use for everyday usage, that means you're going to see the results that you hope to see, the good result that you hope to see. Now, when I talk about ROI of good ergonomics or proper ergonomics, I'm not just talking about abstract things. These results are actually very tangible. Once you're able to invest in good ergonomics, what would happen? Pain is going to reduce. Once pain reduces, no more fatigue, they're able to work better, and all of these things are tied down to the results that your organization will get at the end. So let's talk about the pain, pathway. I love to call it the pain pathway. And then we'll talk about what happens when ergonomics come in to address this. So the pathway is pain, moving on to discomfort, moving on to fatigue, moving on to reduce productivity or more costly mistakes, and then moving on to your company losing money or your organization losing money. So let me break that down one step at a time. If I'm a worker in your organization and I come to work every day and I have to deal with back pain, knee pain, list them on and on, that means I'm definitely going to be in a state of discomfort for the longer time. And what does that mean? I am trying to adjust. I'm not focusing on what I need to focus on because I'm trying to, get better, feel better for something that I may not be able to control. And then this could lead to fatigue. You see people who come to work and before 3 hours at work, they are already tired. It's not because they want to come to work, necessarily because they want to feel that way, but because the environment, the surrounding has conditioned them to feel that way. So then I move from discomfort into fatigue. When I'm tired, that means I am not 100% focused on what I need to do. And that means reduced productivity, which also means I could make more mistakes. So where I'm supposed to write 5, I end up writing 10, or I end up writing 2. And then all of these things come down to the same point, affecting the output of the organization. Now, this is just me as a single worker. Consider that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, depending on the size of your organization, are dealing with this same cycle. So think about it that I am dealing with this, Mr. B is dealing with this, C, D, E, just consider 7 to 8 people. Now imagine what that would do to the output of your organization. That is going to be so much for your organization to bear at the long run. Now, the reason why this may not seem like a big deal is because you're thinking about it as day to day. If you get to think about it as accumulated results or accumulated poor results, then it will make more sense to you and the organization why you should invest in good ergonomics. So now, like I said earlier, if you're able to swap this thing, that means you're not going to be having the bad part, you're not going to be having the good results. So now let's introduce beautiful ergonomic products into your workspace. Not just beautiful, but functional, that's the word. It doesn't matter if it is white, black. If it is not functional to serve the purpose for which it was bought, then it is as good as not having anything. So now we're talking about functional ergonomic products. So you introduce that. So what that means is no more pain. So pain is taken out of the way, and then no more discomfort, no more fatigue, no more random mistakes. That means productivity is increased, and that means good results for the organization. So let's talk about some productivity boosts that could help your organization to move from 10 to 100 in such a short period of time. Number one, you must always remember that less discomfort equals more focus. It's as simple as that. If I don't have to deal with pain, if I don't have to try to adjust on my chair every 2 minutes to feel a little better, that means I can put that energy into getting the work done. What that means is I can hit deadlines faster and I can do what I have to do and move on to the next task. Another thing is reduced sick leave. People won't be calling in sick to tell you they have neck pain and back pain and all of those things. And if you think that, oh, I don't allow people to call in to say they are sick, they will show up at work, but they're as good as useless. You would see them at work, but they won't give you the result that you could get if they were at their optimal level. Number 3, you must understand that high morale of your team is so important for the kind of results that they can achieve. If I understand fully well that my organization is interested in how I sit, they're interested in how I feel, they're interested in my health, trust me, I would want to give my best to that organization because I know that, oh yes, they really, really care about me. An ergonomic workspace tells your employees that we see you, we care about you, we want to make you feel better. And that in its own self can breed loyalty. They just become so committed to getting the job done for the company to move from a 10 to 100. So you want to ask yourself this question: is my organization a proactive organization or a reactive organization? Proactive in the sense that, are you interested in actually fixing these things before they become a problem? Are you interested in ensuring that your employees, your team members, they feel better while they are working? Or do you want to keep on dealing with the aftermath of the pain, of the discomfort, of the fatigue, of the reduced productivity, of the extra cost to your company? If I would advise you, I would totally advise that you choose today to be a proactive organization. Be one that puts your employees ahead. You put their needs as very important and you get to deal with them. This is where PhysioPlus comes in. We help organizations to do 3 things. Number 1 is ergonomic audits. You may be wondering, I actually have an ergonomic space, but I don't think my team members or my employees are giving the best that they can give. It could be that you have ergonomic products, but they are not being optimized as they should be. And this is where we come in. And even if you don't have an ergonomic workspace, we can come in to actually audit and let you know what you can put in place right now to start seeing good results. Number two is that we help to train your staff. They must understand how to really care for themselves. If you get them the best ergonomic tools, if they are not able to utilize it well, they will still not get any result from it. And thirdly, we help to perform workspace design or redesign depending on where you are. If you're just starting out and you want to start out on the right notes, we can come in to help you do a proper workspace design. And if you already have a workspace, but you know that it is not ergonomic or you think it can be better, we can come in to help you do a workspace redesign. And so this is my invitation to you. If you're interested in any of these, please contact the number shown on your screen or visit us on our Instagram handle at PhysioChristy and we'll take it up from there. If you have any question, any contribution, I would love to hear from you in the comment section. Till I come your way again, see you. Bye.